If you can accept our invitation to record, that would be fantastic. Good morning and welcome, everybody. I'm so delighted to see you. Philip, there's your beautiful, handsome face. It's so good to see you. So good to see your smile. Oh, how wonderful. Well, there's a few people on here that I don't know. Reverend Gwen knows them, and I can't wait to meet everybody. But if you don't know me, my name is Barb Samuel, and I am co-spiritual leader along with my sister in arms, Reverend Gwen Smith. And you have arrived at a Froggy Friday. What is a Froggy Friday? It is our gathering, our community gathering. It's our time to be together, to share in music and message and love and each other. And so throughout this moment, this morning, this evening, this time in our lives, you can expect to receive a treatment. You can expect that we will have a meditation, and you can expect that we will have a benediction. There will be affirmations, there will be song, there will be message. And so those are the things that you can expect from this morning, this evening. And as you're making your calls to call your friends and family saying, hey, this is going to be a good time, come and settle in with us on this Friday night, wherever you are, or Friday morning, we are going to open up. And we're going to open up how we do all things to set that foundation, that spiritual mind treatment, how we do everything. And that I would ask our brother Paul to open us up with treatment.
Thank you, Reverend Barbara. So join me as we take a moment to just center and to remember this truth. I say remember because we know it is just that sometimes we forget. I know that there is only one. All that I see, all that I hear is nothing but this one expressing in different forms. One spirit, one energy, one unfolding love. It is what I see, it's what I think, it is what I feel. And even that I do not know, even that I do not feel and know, it's nothing but this still one expressing in those forms. And this being the case, I know I and this one are one. This one that I choose to call God expresses itself as me. I'm a full expression of this God. And I know this to be the truth of each and every one of us in this gathering. We are all expressing this one loving energy in different forms. However it appears, it's nothing but this one God expressing in different forms. And with this awareness, I declare and I claim that this gathering is a reflection of this one loving God. It is perfect. It is unfolding for its own good. Whatever that we share, it's for our good. It is to enlarge us. It is to expand our consciousness and become more aware of our oneness. I'm happy and I rejoice in this. I'm really grateful for this teaching. I'm grateful for each one of us. I'm grateful for their ability to share in all our different places and commune in this form of the internet. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the teaching of science of mind. And I'm grateful for this Froggy Friday. And I release my word into the law, knowing that it has already taken shape. It is already is. And together we say, and so it is.
And so it is. So it is.
It is.
Beautiful. So Reverend Gwen, I'm going to ask if you want to sing a song, and after the song is sung, we're going to have beautiful Flaminia lead us into meditation. And coming out of that meditation, Reverend Gwen will sing a reprise of this song as well. Reverend Gwen, if you are interested in singing this song, that would be fantastic.
I'm here. Okay, just settle in, close your eyes. This is just to open your heart, to prepare you for the meditation and take you deeper. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. Laminia.
And as we are here together, I invite you to sit up straight wherever you are, feeling your spine supporting you, feeling your body supporting you, and taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. In this silence, there is the opportunity here, now, to let go of everything, to let go of the day, of the thoughts, of the daily business, of the daily conditions. Just let them drop. Just let them fly. Just let them deposit on the floor close to you. And we will be ready to take them after this sacred space, this sacred moment. I invite you to focus on your breath, to take another deep breath in and to release all with a deep breath out. And just feeling the connection, focusing on the gratefulness for this moment, for being here in a sacred space. So let's just spend 2 minutes in silence. I will be counting the time for you. And let's contemplate tonight the connection, the powerful connection of being here tonight. And so slowly feel your body, your breathing. Ready to be here. Slowly bringing our consciousness back to the group, to the presence of all. And we can open our eyes.
My heart is ready to receive. I am opening.
Wow. Flaminia, that was a beautiful, beautiful settling, just allowing us to come into this sacred space of community and the blessing in that moment when you said just to feel the gratitude and appreciation for us gathering here today. And as we open our eyes, there's many more people on our Zoom that have joined us during that time. That's community. We are spontaneous. We are instantaneous. We are available and we are present. So I would like to take this opportunity to change the direction of our incredible service as we move into a song that is our theme song. It is something that we have adopted over the years that has transformed lives. We have heard babies singing it. We sing it here. So I want to invite you all to take this opportunity to sing with us as well, One People. We are one people, one strong heartbeat, just one spirit shining bright within us all. We are a part of one another. We're born to love each other. When it's all said and done, we are one. Take it away.
We are one people, one strong heartbeat, just one spirit shining bright within us all. We are a part of one another. We're born to love each other. When it's all said and done, we are one.
Well, we are one people, one strong heartbeat, just one spirit shining bright within us all. And we are a part of one another. We're born to love each other. When it's all said and done, we are one. When it's all said and done, we are one. Let me see those spirit fingers. One. On every level. Good morning, and welcome everyone. What I love is every time I open my eyes, I see new faces, I see new smiles, and how beautiful it is for us to all be together in this fantastic moment. So today I sent out a title, Why Can't I Have It All? Why can't I have it all? By a show of hands, how many of us here have ever had a bad day ever? Oh, only 2 of us. Oh, 3 now. Okay, I know. I know that everyone here has felt or thought at some time in their life, man, I'm having a bad day. Nothing is going right. Yeah. Maybe it's an argument or a disagreement with a loved one or a workmate, or maybe you got a flat tire and you were late for that job interview that you've been waiting and you had lined up. Maybe your crops got flooded and you lost your whole season's growth. Maybe it's nothing, but you still have that feeling of being defeated and you think, man, I'm having a bad day. Yeah, I know, Dan, thank you. And you start thinking, man, I'm having a bad day. Then you find that that day blends into the next day. And then that moves into the week. And now your entire month is sucking. And you find yourself in a whole calendar year of bad days. And you're not only wondering, why can't I have it all? You start to begin, how did I get here? Are you feeling me? Friends, I'm hearing again and again people saying that they have this feeling of disconnectedness since the start and restart of the pandemic and all of the lockdowns and social distancings. And I know you're feeling, let's be done with COVID. It's overshared. It's over talked about. We just want it to be forgotten. And I too, I feel the same. But its impact, the feelings that it's left behind, whether you believe it or not, remains and lingers on. Here's what I mean. During the time of social distancing and isolation here in North America, Africa, the entire world, I think maybe we unexpectedly found ourselves adrift, not anchored. We felt isolated from our connection with God. And even in our bad days, especially on our bad days and our challenges, I do feel that, I really do. And while I'm thinking during those times, I'm doing all right, I'll ride this out, this too shall pass. I'm thinking that, but really, I may have very well have been walking that fine line, that edge of drifting more than I would like to admit or acknowledge. And I'll be the first to admit this feeling, this disconnection, it sneaks up on us. We might not even know it's happening, then bam, our lives are filled with chaos, heartache, feelings of discontentment, frustration, hurt, or pain. And here we are 3 years later, reeling in the, why can't I have it all? Where are my dreams? What happened? People, it can happen to any one of us if we don't pay attention. So now, right here, this time today, this morning, this evening, this minute is the time to mindfully erase that mental noise that clutters, that prevent us from hearing that spiritual wisdom that lives deep inside of all of us. Now is the time to awaken to and to hear our soul messages, which are those gut feelings, those instincts, those intuitions that will guide us to live our most fulfilling and abundant lives. Spiritual family, now is the time. We need to step into, I'm trying to talk Philip's language here, decoding. Can I use that word, Philip, and you can acknowledge it with me? Now is the time to step into that decoding and unraveling our true calling in life so we can live a more meaningful and fulfilled life, giving our unique gifts to the world. And by the way, if you don't know, that unique gift is you, 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 and you. Just put your hand on your heart and say, I am a spiritual gift. Just join me. Say it to yourself out loud. I am a spiritual gift to the world. Yes, yes, feel that energy, feel that love, feel that truth. And in this valuable community time that we have chosen to come here today, this morning, this evening, this moment to share life, let's make a group vow to rekindle our personal dreams, to define that an aspiring vision for ourselves in our life is possible. And then we begin with that connection to ask ourselves the question, what lights me up? What lights me up? What sparks me? But to do that first, we must quiet the voices of doubt, of criticism that are weighing so heavy, so deep in our minds and our hearts, and connect with that spiritual energy that is waiting to pull you, to guide you, to embrace you to a better way of life. Setting yourself up by doing this is setting yourself up for success by crafting that clear vision of life that you would love to live. How many of us have a great life? How many of us are longing for a great life? How many of us want more than what we have? All the good stuff. Yes, that's that vision, that success, pulling you closer for that life that you would love to live. So we don't have to ask the question anymore when we get there. Why can't I have it all, let alone a small piece of the pie that we're dreaming of? The idea of enlightenment has always intrigued me. To be enlightened just really means to become aware, alert of the spirit within each of us individually. But then I ask the question, when I reach enlightenment, does it make me better than I am today? One of my spiritual teachers, Dr. Ken Gordon, he would always tell the story in our ministerial class and from the pulpit and the podium. And he would always tell a story about a well-known Buddhist conversation that, when he would tell this story, enlightened me to understand enlightenment. Now, that story goes a little bit like this. The Buddhist he was asked by somebody, what did you do before enlightenment? What did you do before enlightenment? And the Buddhist replied, I chopped wood and I carried water. The Buddhist was asked another question. What do you do now that you're enlightened? The Buddhist replied, I chop wood, I carry water. We often have this idea that everything is going to change once we get to where we're going. Our problems are fixed. We'll never feel bad again. We won't be bored anymore. None of the insecurities that I've had will rear their ugly head and come forward. We'll always be excited to get up in the morning. Every day we will feel satisfied. We'll never be grumpy. And yet no matter how much progress we make, this may never seem to be the case. Inevitably, all that change becomes routine, and it may become insignificant and boring. That makes it challenging. Challenge means that sometimes we fail or we fall short of our plans. Does it? Does it? Failing at it can make us feel better, and it can then it can begin to trigger. That's the word that is in my head today, trigger. I've heard it all week. Trigger insecurities. And sooner or later, you're going to end up perhaps grumpy or dissatisfied. Even getting out of bed might feel like a struggle. Can you feel me? None of this is necessarily intense. So it's not ruining your life. So it's not the big picture of I have moved myself so far away that I can't get back. It's just this low-grade monotony, this tedious repetition of distancing myself, of doing the same thing over and over that's not working. It's not bad, but it's not the shiny, awesome experience that we expected during those moments when we finally felt like we were really nailing it. Does anyone here know a person or is a person that has chased or chases improvement a lot in their lives? Again, you don't have to, okay, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your honesty. I'm rather familiar with this experience in my life, just so you know. I've broken through to a new high, to only sooner or later feel bored or dissatisfied or crummy again. It can have the effect of making it feel like nothing has ever changed. Like I'm exactly where I was when I started. Even worse, I can never feel at times that I can ever get my life to be the way I want it to be. Why can't I have it all? And this can lead to really frustrating moments. It can really be frustrating. You know what I'm talking about? And I think, this is what I think in my mind, it has to do with our ability to get used to things, and maybe the wrong things, but we're getting used to things. So the new thing, a new job, a new level of earning finances, a new relationship, an improvement in our body, a new car, whatever stands apart from how things were before when I was feeling bored or stressful or lonely or dissatisfied. But anything new will inevitably become the way things once are, the way things once were, if we're not paying attention. Once they're normal, they can easily become a target of our general tendency never to be satisfied. Do you know what I'm talking about? Are you with me? So once again, we come back to who we were before in the beginning of our endeavor of change. And while it's true, friends, it's also not true. It's also not true. It's true that you are always who you are. Even if you were to be enlightened, you'd still be you. Enlightened. I'm still Barb. Enlightened, aware, alert. I'm still Flaminia. I'm still Gwen. I'm still Michelle. I'm still Dan. I'm still who I am. In fact, 100% only with nothing added. What's missing? So what's the key to working on that? To handling that monotony, to looking it in the eye as the thing that it is. Let's get clear. Maybe it's to drop that expectation that things need to be different, should be different. To realize that if you want a garden, you have to weed it until you don't want that garden anymore. If you stop, that garden ain't going to grow. Maybe it's to learn to be with that boredom, that monotony rather than against it, to accept it, to be bored as an experience. Where's the harm in that? To listen to what that boredom is telling you, and then redefine and refine what has become boring in your life. The beautiful garden, friends, the beautiful garden that you once planted, it needs tending. It needs to be fed, watered, nurtured. And the more you achieve in your life, the more you actually tie yourself to it, that precious thing that has to be cared for. We raised our hands. It's you will grow, but without care, it slips back into that indifferent nothingness. So it seems that enlightened or not, what there is to do is chop wood and carry water, to take the basic steps to care for the life that you yourselves have cultivated, and to find the beauty in the ordinary routines that make extraordinary lives possible. Friends, sometimes life happens and we seem to just go with the flow and we end up far away from what our lives should be. So ask yourselves the question, have you drifted away from God even without realizing it? Have you? Your life story is what you decide to make it. If you are in the dark night of your soul and you can't seem to find your way back because you're struggling, I want to invite you to look at your own life and ask yourself the question, have I fallen away from my relationship with God? Whatever the experience, whatever the obstacles you're being dealt with, whatever the fight, I'm here to tell you, you can fight it better with spirit in your corner. And I'm not talking about anything outside of you. I'm talking about that which is your God self that is within you. It's already within you. You're already enlightened. We just need to awaken to it. And when it comes to this movement, this changing, this shift, this adaptation, it's this teaching that will bring you back home. If you find yourself wandering, this philosophy, this science of mind that I espouse through my whole life can put you back, can bring you back, can put you back in perspective. This teaching has been my anchor. And the truth is, I've always had the anchor, but sometimes I forget to set it deep enough to get locked in the foundation, which is God. Why can't I have it all? I already have it all. You already have it all. Just open your eyes and see it. Open your hearts and feel it. Open your minds and use it. Thank you.
I'm trying to find my unmute button. Thank you, Reverend Barb. We've got it all. Look around, everyone. Look around. We've got it all. We've got each other. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Whew.
Reverend Gwen. Thank you so much. And on the heels of that, we have some beautiful announcements that we want to share with our community. The first announcement that I want to share is that Reverend Melody Bailey and I are coming to Kenya we're leaving March 17th. We'll arrive early morning hours of the 19th. And we plan on seeing all of you. We plan on making a stop to share life with all of you. We've got most of our itinerary set, and we are happy to come and be with you. So that is very exciting. On the heels of Reverend Gwen sharing her visit with you. And then, Michelle, I don't know if you want to say this, or do you want me to say about the meetup, or do you want to talk about the rest, or would you like me to do it?
Why don't you talk about the meetup? I mean, they can all just be announcements, however you want to do it, but.
Okay, so tomorrow evening for you, it will be, is it 8 p.m. Kenyan time? I want to get it right. 8 p.m. Kenyan time. We are having our annual meetup. It is an opportunity for all of our sponsors, our donors, our friends from all around the globe joining us to see the good God's work that we've been doing in Kenya. We invite you to join us. You will be hearing from your sacred community. You will be hearing what's coming up with our conference. You will be hearing all sorts of great new information. So that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow, Saturday, 8 p.m. Kenyan time. Please mark your calendars and join us. We look forward to seeing you. Michelle.
We just want to let you know that the journaling class is on the third Saturday. If you're interested, it's a brand new class that's starting. The women's group, it's our turn. We'll start on Monday, February 13th. And that's at 8 o'clock.
Is that the name of it?
The Women's Circle?
Is that what it's called? It's our turn?
Well, it's our turn. It could be.
I love that. That was a good thing. I love what you said. It's our turn.
The men's group, you can contact Philip or Christopher. And visioning is next Friday at 8 p.m. That's it.
It's a full calendar, everyone. That's what happens when you grow and expand and move and shift and want more. We've got it all.
That's so beautiful. So beautiful. So we have some new affirmations that we would like to share with everyone, that we will be sharing every time we meet with Froggy Friday. It is an opportunity for you to give back to your community. What is yours to share? And it can be in many, many ways. It can be in service. It can be in financial remuneration. It can be in support. It can be just by showing up with your precious energy. And so we would like the opportunity to have you all unmute, and I will say it and you will repeat after me these affirmations. So go ahead and unmute. Unmute. Amelia, Michelle. Wonderful. I am filled with the energy of abundance.
I am filled with the energy of abundance.
And I am willing to share.
And I'm willing to share
My financial good with my spiritual community.
My financial good
with
my
my
spiritual community.
spiritual community. My financial good.
And you can reach out to Nancy at the office for a donation, and you can sign on to cslkenya.org, and all of the donation buttons are there. There are many ways to support our community. Do you have any questions? I would like to open up. We have time. Do you have any questions about my talk, or things that you would like to share that were triggered or that ruminated with you while we were sharing this morning? Jerry, you're
Also, if anybody wants treatment, we will put you in a breakout room with a practitioner So you can just raise your hand and tell us if you want to have a condition turned around. Muthani would like to, okay. And James has got his hand up. And
Beautiful.
all right, do you have a question? Okay, I guess it's for treatment.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, thanks, James. So our master,
So Pat either has to make the rooms or I have to be made co-host.
Let me make you a host. Let
I
me
have
watch-
no rights. I have no rights.
oh,
Well, that is a lie.
well, that's a new thing. That's a new. Everybody
the
all together
thing.
go, ah.
There we go. You are in charge. Does anybody have any questions or thoughts or something that's percolating for them? The floor is open. Just would like to know.
Michael, Dan, Faith,
Oh,
anything you want to
beautiful.
say about
Faith.
today, Lucia?
Faith wants, she wrote a question that says she would just like to know what treatment is about. I would love, thank you, Faith. I love this question. I would love for one of our practitioners to raise their hand and answer that question for beautiful Faith.
We also have, yeah, there we go. James has
Yeah.
got his hand up.
James?
Go for it.
Okay, James.
Yeah, thank you so much to the questioner of what is treatment. Now, in Science of Mind, we actually don't talk of prayer. We talk of treatment, and the treatment is different from prayer in that in treatment, we have a formal way of doing it. We have steps of doing treatment. And in our treatment, there is what we start with, what is called recognition, where we recognize God and all its attributes. Then we get to unification, which is our relationship with that God. How are we connected with that God? And we find ourselves in one unison with God. Then after making that clear, then we come to realization, where now we go to that which our heart desires and see it as it is. Thereafter, we give gratitude for all that which we desire is already with us because of our unification or our union with that which we had realized as God. Then thereafter, we just turn it to the law, that law which transmutes all our desires into tangible evidence or makes them physically available to us for enjoyment. And with that, we turn it to God and we let it be and we let go. So that is what we do in treatment.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, James. That was spectacular.
And Faith, maybe you want to go into a breakout room where you have one-on-one with somebody who knows the truth for you and gives you a spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer, and then you get to experience it. So if you want to venture in and have that time with somebody, go for it.
She's saying yes, please. Her hand is up.
There you go. There you
Thank
go.
Faith. That's spectacular. You must have really good teachers, James. What an incredible student. God is so good. Anybody else? Oh, I'm going to read the chat here. Nope, that's it. Any questions, thoughts, ideas, dreams, sharing?
Anyone else wanting prayer? Did I miss someone at the beginning when I didn't have
It
right?
was Muthani, James, and now Faith.
Okay.
Thank you, Jerry. Thanks, Jerry. Good to see you. We'll see you tomorrow. Yes? Yes. So it's not a bad thing that we wrap up Froggy Friday a little early today, since we're meeting to go over some things with specific people who are participating tomorrow. So I would love to invite Kareth to go into our benediction to close off our moment together, and then we can go into our rooms.
Do we want to sing that song?
Yes, we do want to sing that song.
We're going to have a little song, uprising song, uplifting song before we go into the benediction, Kareth.
I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening.
Mathani, can you take it? We've got the choir, some of the choir. There you go. Sing it, girl.
I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening.
Nancy, can we put you on the spot? Can you unmute and sing?
I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening.
Woo!
Oh, how perfect and beautiful.
Oh, we're putting this choir that came together for the Tazes to work, and it's wonderful. Thanks for being spontaneous, ladies.
Magnificent.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the practitioners I have are Agnes, Flaminia, and Kareth.
Yes.
So they'll need to stick around for a breakout room.
And Kareth is going to close us out with a benediction now. Everyone, go forth and shine the love and light you are. You are a blessing to the world. You are a gift to Reverend Gwen and I, our entire community. Your presence is felt in our heart, and we adore, appreciate you. We see you. We love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Everyone who is a part of tomorrow, please stick around.
Okay. Join me in recognition of this truth that all life is divine in all the diverse and beautiful ways that it expresses us. It is always good. And so as we close this meeting, I know that the perfection that is spirit in action, always seeking bigger and bolder and newer ways to express through each and every one of us here. Bring unique gifts, adding value to the world. And I say yes to this. I am grateful for the awareness that we are loved, we are sustained, we are cared for, and that life is always for us. So until we meet again, I say yes to God. I let go and let God. And so it is.
Ooh, so it is.
So it is.
Thank you, Kara.
So it is.
Thank you, God.
Fantastic.
We
So-
stop the recording and we'll break off into our rooms. Thanks, Pat. I've given all my power away, Michelle.
Oh.
Are you
Stop it.
feeling vulnerable now?